Hello, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. This is the growth stocks list video that I follow for the week ending October 24th, 2025. Right here, we can see that I track the number of stocks here, whether they're uptrend or downtrend or near within 1% of their short-term moving average, whether they're making new high, new recent high. And based on that, we can see the percentage of uptrend here has slightly, not slightly, actually increased quite a bit from last week. So last week we were in the range between like 18 and as high as 30%. But this week we actually jumped quite a bit from, to 35% on Monday all the way to 50%. We did drop on Wednesday of that from that distribution day, and you see the huge downtrend that day. But most stocks have climbed back. A lot of stocks have climbed back above the short-term moving average. Given we closed at 50% uptrend, which is a really high number considering where we are at from a few weeks ago. Was from July 14, and again, very significant increase to 50%. It's probably one of the highest in the last many weeks here. But I also start tracking the number of stocks that have already reported their earnings. There's not too many stocks here, about 54 stocks I've tracked. From that, we're seeing 46% of them in uptrend. Also pretty good number. So this is good. Use the old list because we just don't have enough stocks from the new list. So this is from July 14, based on performance from that time frame to now October 24. And this is the price performance. This is the stock symbol here. This is whether it's an uptrend or downtrend. This is whether it has make a new recent high based on the date here. When's the last time you make that new high? We see the industry group and sector here. So we see a lot of downtrend here, mostly from the gold and silver area, CDE, HL, ESPR is a biotech in downtrend, SSRM, this is a gold, silver, gold, MUX gold, BTAI is in biotech, KTOS is in aerospace defense, app is still slightly downtrend here, UNFI, GFI, that's wholesale food, and also GFI and gold, right? So this is like the top 25 here. So we have a lot of gold stocks that have outperformed, but recently has kind of corrected, right? So that is the biggest problem for the gold stocks. Let's take a quick look at that. Here's the gold shares right here, and we have a huge drop here on Tuesday on really high volume, and then it tries to bounce back from the 21 day, and then we kind of finding resistance here so far. Yeah, it's hard to say whether this will climb back above, but it's going to be a challenging here. So let's look at some of the stocks in that list here. HL, very similar. It's below. It's at the 21 day. CDE, core mining. This one actually below the 21 day as well. This is SSRM. This one is at the 10-21 day. McEwen MUX. This one also below the 21 day. Like, I don't like how all the stocks have been rejected at the 10 day. Much like the gold bullion price. So that could be challenging. And here's Goldfield. Goldfield also getting rejected here at the 10 day. Sector by sector. We'll start with the technology group here. A lot of stocks are, again, back in uptrend mode, so that's a good news. But just be mindful that volatility can still be around, and yeah. So we'll start with at the rank number 3 is CIEN, and we also have momentum LITE here, both in the fiber optics area, making new highs right now. Here's CIEN. We have this recent pullback again. Very powerful move Thursday and Friday after Wednesday's drop, because Wednesday was a distribution day, and you can see it found support, and very quickly it bounced back to new high. Here's Lumentum LITE, also have a down day on Wednesday here. Again, bounce back really quick here Thursday, Friday, and make a new high. Next, we're going to look at rank number 6 here is Micron MU. This is in the data storage group. We also have PSTG, both of them making new recent high, as well as STX here. This is Micron Technology. We have, again, big pullback on Wednesday, but we bounce back Thursday and Friday, making new high. Then we also have Pure Storage here, also pull back on Wednesday and making new high on Friday. Then we have Seagate Technology here. This one has been corrected quite a bit and now it's bouncing back as well on Friday, coming back on the right side of the base. Rank 19 AMD here at Semiconductor Fabless stock here. We also have Rambus here, and we also have Manpower and Broadcom AVGO. This is AMD bouncing off Wednesday off the 10-day moving average, and then it came back out on Friday. Rambus also bouncing back here on Thursday and Friday, and it's very close to new high here. Manpower also pulled back on Wednesday and then found support and bounced back on Thursday and Friday to new high. This is AVGO Broadcom also trading very tight pattern here, cup with handle. Still not quite broke out from the trend line here yet, but breaking out, but it's still very close to it. Next, we also have CRDO that is bouncing back on the right side of the base here as well. Rank 56, this is Shopify in the software area. We also have RNG here in the software group, and as well as Palantir. Looking at Shopify, it started to make a move this Friday here, breaking out, looking pretty sharp. RNG Ring Central also trying to make a move here, pretty nice, breaking out from the red line here, which is the 50 days moving average. And then we have Palantir, which has been trading very tight recently, and also trying to make a move on Friday, coming out of this trend line here. Google also making a new high, which we call in the main market video. Then we have rank 105 here, PNW, making new high in the security group, as well as Zscaler. Looking at Palo Alto here, this one also trying to come out looking sharp on Friday, trading pretty nicely here. Zscaler also breaking out, looking pretty sharp here with a handle base right there. So this, I won't go through all of them. Feel free to look at them. We also cover Nvidia in the main market video there. Yeah, there's lots more stocks down here that are in uptrend mode or within close to their short-term moving average. At the retail consumer service area, first one on the list here, rank 21, is CPS in the auto truck group, Cooper Standing. So this one has been correcting quite a while, and then recently it has bounced nicely. You can see the channel lines, bottom channel line is very pretty slope, very steep here, so it's building momentum. This is a Apple supplier. This has been trading very tight right here after this tremendous run. Right now it is trying to come out as well, looking pretty sharp on Friday. Next, we're going to look at some of the consumer service education stock here. We have ATGE, LOPE, TAL, and STRA. This is ATGE here. It is rising on the right side here, trying to come back out. Friday, it did reverse a little bit. Next, we have LOPE, Grand Canyon Education, also following similar pattern, trying to come out, but also reverse from the high there. Next, we have TAL Education Group. This one has been rising nicely on the right side of the base here. This is a really deep base, and it is climbing up on the right side. Friday it didn't give up much, so momentum is still looking good here. And then we have Strategic Education here, which is kind of still under the black line 200 days, so this one still may have resistance climbing back. Sector doesn't have too many stocks making new highs here, so feel free to study the rest on the list. This one based on this accumulation. And at the top here we have REZI, we also have CDRE, BCO. Down here we also have ARLO and SS. Looking at residual, this one has been really strong in this rally, and then we recently have this pullback to the 21-day. Been finding support so far near that level, and now we break on to new high on Friday, so that's very impressive. Next we have Cadre Holdings, also in the same group here. This one has been very strong. Look at this 10-day moving average here, and the stock making new high on Friday. This is Bring Security. This one also recently corrected here, consolidate. Now it's climbing back on the right side as well. This is ARLO Technologies here. This one has nice base building right here, and then it kind of bounced on Thursday and Friday. It come out of the traditional buy point, making a new high. Volume is showing up here as well. That looks pretty good. This one is FSS. It's still in the base, trying to come back on the right side of the base. So here at number 10 is CLS in the electrical contract manufacturing. We also have FN in that group, and we also have SANM. Here's Celestica chart. This one has recently pulled back nicely to the 10-day and found support. Then we start to bounce on Thursday and making new high on Friday near the 300 level, looking very strong. Here's FiberNet FN. This one pulls back from Wednesday and was able to bounce back Thursday and Friday and have a new closing high. That is pretty impressive. Next we have SANM here. This one is a little bit volatile recently after the earnings. Some move here. Not sure what the news is, but then we pull back really strong, and then another one here, and right now it's trying to come out of this zone right here. So I would say that's the trend line to kind of follow. In the aerospace defense group, and the FTAI here, as well as HXL. Looking at the chart here, we have KRMN Holdings. This one pulled back very strong on Wednesday, but bounced back Thursday and Friday, making a very strong high here. It is getting close to the upper channel line, so might want to be aware of that. Looking at FTAI here, this one has built a nice recent base and starting to come back on the right side. This also make a new high on recent high on Friday, so that looks pretty good. HXL, this one actually reported strong earnings report here, and looks like it bounced out very strong, very extended right now from the 10-day. Friday it was able to hold up pretty well, so that looks pretty strong as well. Manufacturing, this one has been quite choppy recently. Earnings coming up very soon. It did bounce back from Wednesday's big drop here, so very close to new high area. So we'll see what happens there. In the pollution control area, building a nice base, going sideways mostly, a little bit choppy here as well. But Friday was able to come back above the 10-day moving average. We'll see how that goes. So we have STRL. This is in the building heavy construction group. There's also TPC here, and then at the bottom here we see MTZ. We also see Jacob here, building heavy construction. Looking at Sterling Infrastructure here on the chart, this one was able to come all the way down to the red line, 50-day moving average on Wednesday, and then we bounced back on Thursday and Friday. Look at, in 2 days we were able to make a new high. That is very, very impressive, but also volatile. We also have TPC here, also breaking out on Friday here, looking very sharp. So this is also after testing the red line here as well on 50-day moving average. Next we have MTZ here, also breaking out from this trend line on Friday. Also tested the red line here from the 50-day moving average. This is Jacob Solution. You can see from Friday's action, a little bit volatile. It makes new high, but actually pull back in by the end of the day. This one also have a lower channel line here, so we'll see if it can hold up there. Rank 50 here, VRT, also making new high in the electrical power equipment group. In that group, we also see ALNT and NVT here. This is VRT chart. It came out with earnings news on Wednesday, and it did close a little bit weak, but it was able to find support and bounce on Thursday and Friday. We kind of followed through on Thursday's action with a new high that is quite impressive. Then we have ALNT, which broke out recently, and we have some sharp pullbacks here and finding support at the 10-day. Look at the 10-day slope is very steep, and then Thursday just came straight out very strong. Friday actually make new high and then pull back by end of day. It's still very much above the 10-day, so might need some time to digest here as it comes close to the 10-day, and then we can see what happened next. This NWEN electric MVT symbol. This one also been going sideways for quite a while. Found support at the 10-day and bounced on Thursday, and then Friday we came out with a new high. So it's the most impressive action, like looking at many stocks here, is that a lot of them have bounced in Thursday and Friday after Wednesday's sharp pullback, and some of them, like this one, actually make new highs. So that is very impressive. Next we have COHR in electron parts industry group here. Then we have TEL and APH also in the same group. This Coherent, this one also bounced from the 10-day support line here and making new high on Friday. Then we have TEL TE connectivity. This one has been moving nicely. Look at the bottom channel line here. It's starting to accelerate a little bit from the 10-day moving average. Then we also have Amphenol. This one actually reported looking very sharp, coming out of this nice tight area here. And then it's a little bit volatile. It came back down on Wednesday, but Thursday it was able to follow through. Friday it give back a little bit, only 1%. So it looks pretty healthy right now. You will still see many stocks here that's ranked above 100, but they're still doing well, making new recent high like VMI, MYRG here. Then we have CMC here, MYE, HWM, and ESE. Feel free to continue looking at this list. ROK down here, and yeah, so this is a pretty big list that is doing pretty well. The health sector here. There's not too many stocks in this sector right now that are still in uptrend, but there are some moving still. So first one is PTSG here. This one has been very stable lately. Just continue to bounce off this 10-day, and right now it's in a very nice uptrend right now. Then we have PAHC here, bouncing off the 10-day right here, coming out of this base right now on Friday. It was able to break out and close near the high, so that looks pretty good. Next we have Astrono Health ASTH here. This came out of the base, and look at how tight it's trading after it came out. So that is very impressive. Next we have Ardent Health ARDT. This one bouncing nicely, pull back very tightly towards the 10-day and then bounce off that and making new high on Friday. So again, very strong action here. This is Enzyme Group. This one has been showing very strong stable action as well, riding the momentum on the 10-day moving average, so it's able to find support most of the way, and right now it's continued to make new recent high here. Next we also have McKesson. This is in the drug supply area, also making nice uptrend here to continue to ride the momentum on the 10-day moving average, closing on Friday with a new high. This is Cencora, also have a very nice momentum after coming up from this base right here, and it's riding the 10-day up, and again closing on new high on Friday as well. And finally on this list we have ADUS, also in the home patient outpatient care. ADUS home care here is starting to move on the 10-day moving average right here. Look at how it didn't touch the 10-day as it come down and then bounce, so that looks very healthy as well. Here we can continue to look at this whole list here on your own time. Next we're gonna go to commodities energy area. Again, gold and silver has dropped off quite a bit here from the uptrend, right? Most of them are in downtrend. The ones that are in uptrend here, we have shows in energy, solar, CBI, oil and gas. So a lot of oil and gas bounced pretty strong this week. You can see a whole bunch of them down here. We have First Solar also still here. They're still holding up. But yeah, let's take a look at this couple here. So this is Shoals Technology in the solar energy area. So nice bounce on Friday. Again, finding support at the 10-day here, so it looks good. First Solar also bouncing off here on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we're getting close to the new high as well. Our energy symbol CVI. This one came out from this nice trend line, bouncing back from the bottom here and climbing above the 10-day, and then I was able to make new high on Thursday, and Friday it followed through. This is very strong momentum at this moment. We have Transocean here. So this one has not been doing much for a while now. It tried to come out here but it fell. Now it looks like it's coming back out again, and was able to follow through on Friday. Very strong gains here. It was up 13% on Thursday, and then Friday it was closing at the bottom, so it didn't go up too much. Next, we're going to look at the financial area. This sector also have lots of stocks in this group. So here we see Stone at the top here. This is Stone Cold in the credit card payment area. This group right now is moving up on the bottom channel line pretty nicely. This coincide also with the 10-day moving average. This is getting close to a breakout zone from the high here. Next we have PAGS. This is a Brazil company, also bouncing back on the right side of the base, looking very sharp right now. Next we have ASP in the same group, also making a new high. So here we have this pullback recently, and then we start to bounce off right here, and from there we can see the 10-day moving average moving really nicely. Hasn't wanted to come down, to the 10-day yet, and this is breaking out from a nice buy point here. Here you can see other stocks in this area: SYZ, Affirm, PSFE, Toast. Those are all back in uptrend. Visa and MasterCard is coming close to trying to come to uptrend as well. SoFi, Enwa, and Upstart in the finance consumer loans area. Looking at SoFi technology, this has been finding support at the red line here, which is the 50-day moving average, and up the top channel line here, it's trying to come out on Friday, so we'll see. It's very near the previous high here, 30.30, so we'll see if we can come up above here. Enwa has a very strong earnings report here. You can see the huge move on Friday, coming back on the right side of the base, very close to a new high as well. Then we have Upstart, which is under a severe correction until recently. It's trying to come back up. Friday, it looks like it doesn't have much power to come back up. So unfortunately, you can see it's still below this trend line here. And then there's also the 50 days. So it's still gonna take some more time to see if it can come back up. Financial stocks, but a lot of them hasn't still in base building mode. So we don't see too many new highs right now. Here's one in AHR, Property REIT. This one coming out of nice base and a nice handle built here. And the bottom trend line looks pretty good as well. Breakout on Friday looks good. Trying to move back into uptrend right now. So feel free to check it out. There's one here, SF, also reported this week. This is in the investment banker broker area. This is Stifel Financial building a nice long base here. It's it was sliding recently, and then here we start to climb back up, and then we see this bounce from the earnings news here, and then we are at near high right now. So we'll see if we can come up from the traditional buy point right there. We went through many stocks in different areas with industrials and some techs doing really well, and we're seeing across the board a lot of stocks are back in uptrend mode. We'll see if we're gonna get more new highs in the following weeks. Of course, we have earnings season coming up. A lot of the stocks on this list may not be on my list if the earnings are bad going forward. So that will change quite a bit over the next few weeks. So just want to put that out there, and we'll see how the earnings come out. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.